Hello and welcome to my casino blog. I'm your host, Vegas Vic, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my books. You know, I have written 40 books over the years. 40, that's a lot. And today I wanted to talk to you about one of my newest books called Great Gamblers, True Stories and Amazing Facts. Here it is. I don't know if you can see it well enough, but that's the title. You can always see more of this on my website at morecasinodeals.com. But this particular book that I wrote is kind of a personal project that I liked. It has a lot of stories from my own experiences in Las Vegas, as well as stories about, great gamblers and true stories and really amazing facts about gambling, Las Vegas, and a lot of different things. Now, I want to read you just a little bit from the first part of it. Now, first, let me tell you what's in it from the table of contents in this book. Just so that you know, in part one, there's all about great gambling stories and great gamblers. You know, the traditional ones like Doc Holliday, Benny Binion, Nick the Greek Dandelos, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel, Arnold the Fixer Rothstein, Bob Stupak, John Montague, Kerry Packer, Wild Bill, and so on. And in part two, True Stories, there's some very interesting things that I am sharing for the first time, like a story that I wrote called From the Pit to the Penthouse. It's a story about a certain blonde. I think you'll like that one. And, of course, then a little bit later we have gambling facts and figures and really amazing facts and more really amazing facts. It's a pretty good book, and, you know, I know I'm plugging my own book, but I think it's really been fun to write it. And some of my friends here at the poker tables in Las Vegas who've read it commented on it, and so I really wanted to share some of that with you. From the foreword to this book, let me tell you a little bit of it. It says in here, take Access Hollywood plus the World Series of Poker plus True Hollywood Stories, focus them on the history of great gamblers and their gambles, and you have entertainment tonight in book form about gamblers, their games, and their tall tales and true stories. Tall tales and true stories. That's exactly what this is about. Now, you know, most people know about singer Kenny Rogers and the classic song and film series The Gambler. There's even a slot machine that was around based on that, but it's not around anymore. But one of the things that I write about here, do you know who the very first great TV and literature gambler was? Well, it was Snoopy, the cartoon dog. I know. Yeah, all right. Well, it may be a bit of a stretch, that's for true. But it is a true story that on December 12, 1960, the cuddly Snoopy from the Peanuts comic strip made his international debut as the top boss gambler in a two-strip series titled The Mad Punter. Now, you know, I begin a book on great gamblers. There it is. Great gamblers, true stories, and amazing facts. And I begin that with Snoopy. It will give you an idea about what this book is really about. It's just a fun book with a lot of interesting stuff, you know. And so I just wanted to let you know that this book is available both as an ebook and as a printed book. You can find it on Amazon as an ebook. I think it's just $1.99 for the book, the ebook, and the printed book I think sells for about $21. You know, it depends on whether you like it as a printed form like this, which is what I prefer, or if you like it as an ebook. In my case, I never really got used to ebooks very much, but I guess I'm old-fashioned in that phase. But, you know, there's some interesting stories here also about Bob Stupak, for example, who built the Stratosphere Tower. I knew Bob, and it's a very interesting thing that, you know, I used to hang out with him at the old Vegas World Hotel. He had a place there in the coffee shop that was kind of like his de facto office. And he had this great house on 6th Street, but that's another story some other time. But Bob used to sit there and hold court in that old coffee shop. I love the old place, you know. I mean, the Stratosphere is a great hotel, but I just love the old Vegas world. I mean, it was just an incredible, you know, thing to do. And there's a lot of stuff. Oh, yes, I wanted to tell you something. One of the things that's very interesting, and I mentioned this in this book, is did you know that it's illegal in Las Vegas to pawn your dentures? You know, I hope the guys from Pawn Stars know this and don't give out any loans for people that come over there and try to pawn their dentures. It's illegal. It's one of those funniest things that you find, and there's a lot of stuff like this in this book. You know, there it is again. Great gamblers, true stories, and amazing facts. You know, speaking about dentures, one of the things that I wanted to tell you about is that in the old Dunes Hotel. Now that's the place that used to stand where the Bellagio is now. At the Dunes Hotel, there used to be a lot of old-time craps players, and one of the great stories that I always like to tell is one that goes like this. An old-time craps player was shooting the dice in one of the tables in the front pit over there, and suddenly he sneezed, and his dentures fell out, and they landed right on the pass line. Now, without batting an eye, the pit boss took out his own dentures, put them down next to him, and said, "You're faded." Now, faded, if you don't know what that means, it means that it's covered. So he covered the bets. So all of a sudden, the dentures were covered. It's just a funny story, and if you were there to see it, I mean, it's just amazing. Anyway, so that's the story of my book, Great Gamblers, True Stories, and Amazing Facts. I hope you will enjoy it, and until next time, I guess I'll see you in the casino.